Good morning and welcome to the 445 Productive Joy Show with your host and your boy, Dr. Michael Datcher. The show is each weekday morning, hella early AF at 4:45 a.m. here on YouTube's Michael Datcher channel and 4:45 p.m. on Facebook Livecast today. We're talking about seeing. What are you seeing in your life and what do you want to see? Both in terms of visualization and also in terms of the world of physical phenomena, like what's present here in your world. So thanks for being here. You can go to productivethroughjoy.com, although we are redoing our website. It's still going on. And see what we do. We speak to groups, schools, and organizations about being productive through joy. We have a great series of great workshops and webinars. You can reach out to us or go to michaeldatcher.com, and there'll be kind of a core of information there as well. So we'll holler back. If you're new, let me say a few words about myself first. This is your host and your boy, Dr. Michael Datcher, author of the New York Times bestseller Raising Fences, author of the acclaimed historical novel Americas, author of the Pulitzer Prize nominated animating Black and Brown Liberation, a theory of American literatures. I'm the board president of a great nonprofit here in LA called the World Stage. 7 days a week, usually pre-COVID, of extraordinary programming around jazz and arts education. Really extraordinary. You can also go to our website to see about that work that we do here in the neighborhood, which is theworldstage.org. Yeah, my educational background is UC Berkeley as an undergrad. My master's is from UCLA, and my PhD in English Lit is from the University of California at Riverside, because I'm an expert at being productive, right? I don't say that to brag or boast. I said because people are oftentimes surprised to hear that level of productivity when they hear about my background. I'm the product of a young girl who was assaulted at age 16, gave birth to me at 17, and subsequently gave me up for adoption to a single divorcee. So at the time, no biological father, no adopted father. Difficult times for the young MD. It is Cool Modi famously said, "How you like me now?" And if I can be this productive and be so through joy, I know many people can. That really inspires the show because I know it's not where you're from. It's where you're about to go. So thanks for joining us here this morning. So we're talking today, guys, about seeing. And point one is that everyone sees something. Those who can both physically see and even, as Stevie Wonder said so powerfully in the album Inner Visions and in the song Inner Visions, at times those who don't have physical sight can also see. And so point two then is, what do you see and what are you, it's a joint point, what do you see and what do you want to see? So a lot of us see, and it's best seen through example, the idea of when you see a cup of water that's halfway, that's whose water line is the midpoint, do you see a cup that's half full or half empty, right? And that's a good kind of physical metaphor for today's show. So what do you see? How are you seeing the world around you? One, are you the half empty or the half full person? And do you want that to be your experience, And then as an addendum, what do you want to see in the world? Like, what do you want to see? Do you want to see more justice, more peace? Do you want to see more abundance for you and your family? Do you want to keep it basic? You want to have a nicer ride? You want to get a Maybach. So you can say Maybach music, or whatever. I mean, that's not my thing, but I don't hate on folks who want to have a nice car. Having a nice car is great. So, which goes right into point three, then what do you do to see what you'd like to see? Like, what are your thoughts and actions? And as we know, if you know this show at all, you know that we know that thoughts are things. So that's just, that's science. It's metaphysical science, but also supported by quantum physics. Thoughts are things, the thoughts that we hold in our minds, especially when attached to emotion and held consistently, and with a thing that I can just call belief or faith. I think we know what that is. When you have to believing it. I mean, I'm always amazed to think about how the world, the universe, the creation works. And believing something with surety, it impacts, it organizes the world in such a way where that belief and surety has a greater opportunity to happen. If I hadn't experienced it so many times in myself, I would not believe that. But I have, so I do. So you don't have to believe me, but it would help you, I think, to do your own due diligence, talk to people, do some reading, or reach out to us. We can certainly direct you. because this will change your life, which is really the part of point 3. When you have these ideas about what you want for your life, about what you want to see, if you're tired of seeing, for example, the cup half empty, which can be, I know a lot of people like that. It's not a judgment. It's that I was never quite that way, but certain things in my life that I didn't like, I've had lots of those things. I just got tired of seeing that stuff in my life. I was like, I don't like this part. Let me give you an example to make this point clear. So I used to be the person, a kind of person who was, I couldn't see things through. I was not really good at execution. I had good ideas, but couldn't see good things through. I was all over the place, classic kind of artist stereotype as the crazy artist. That was kind of how I lived. How I was, living as a young man. And I didn't like that. I didn't I didn't really feel like solid. I was like, and I would have success and I would fall back. Classic 1 step forward, 2 steps back individual. I don't like that about myself. So I said, I'm about to change this. I want to see something else from my life. So I began to do this work. Part of this work, the change that came, is this work, right? Meditating, and even this show is kind of is an externality of that early work. Now it's sharing, Like, you're not trying to preach to people, not even trying to convince people, to be honest. It's trying to encourage people to think about what I'm saying, that you may go about doing your own due diligence and make your own decisions and make your own changes. So, boom, goes the dynamite. Thanks for being with us, guys. We'll see you this afternoon at 4:45 p.m. Yes, because we are each weekday morning at 4:45 a.m. here on YouTube's Michael Datcher channel, and 4:45 p.m. on Facebook Live. So, thanks for being here. We love and respect you. Be safe. Get that vaccine shot. I ain't playing.